K-pop soul boxing fanatic coaches and to do another boxing analysis. This is a post-fight analysis between Terrence Bud Crawford, the #1 pound-for-pound undefeated boxer in the world today, versus Jeff Australian the Hornet Horn. Now, he was the champion. Terrence was the challenger for the first time in a long time. Terrence comes in just ready, focused, calm, poised, and ready to dominate. And let's talk about leading in the ring, and let's talk about control in the ring. Let's talk about dominance in the ring. Those three main points. Now, when it comes to leading, I told people Terrence Crawford in the early rounds, Jeff Horn's going to try to lead with his head. He's going to try to lead with his punches. And he's not going to use much of a jab, which hurt him so much, because if you're going to even get close, listen to me, even get close to beating a Terrence Crawford, you need a well-educated jab. You don't have a well-educated jab, you're going down. That's just what it is. I don't care if it's Earl Smith, anybody. You need a well-educated jab, either the orthodox stance or the southpaw stance. Now, let's get straight to it. Leadership can be two-way. It could be you coming forward and you initiating a fight, which Jeff Horn was doing, but Terrence Crawford slowly but surely figuring them out. Second round came, started to slow Jeff Horn down just a little bit more. Third round, fourth round. After the first round, and even Terrence was winning that round, so there's really no round you could really give to Jeff Horn. I mean, Terrence was that fucking dominant. Like, he was that dominant. I know when it comes to Terrence Crawford and the ratings, he should be rated #1 pound for pound right now because of the way that he handled the pressure. Because Jeff Horn was putting on a lot of pressure, because pressure breaks pipes eventually, right? But it just did not happen. And Terrence Crawford was, like I said, just extremely elite in everything. He was controlling his opponent. Let's go to control. He was controlling his opponent, pushing him where he needed to push him on the ropes, walking him to the ropes while holding him, because Jeff Horn would hold and initiate too, and Terrence would only hold and initiate when he felt Jeff Horn was getting too wild and trying to throw elbows. That's a form of control. It's not about, oh, he's a bitch because he held. It's a form of control. Control is fun. And like Barry Robinson said, when you learn how to the art of controlling your opponent, have that mindset, it is going to be damn hard for somebody to beat you. Somebody's going to have to catch you with a punch you don't see coming for you to get knocked out. And that's just the end all be all of it, especially at that weight division at 147 pounds. I feel that, I mean, this is what they got right now, and it's understandable. Triple G did have a great knockout performance. You know, he's unified at middleweight, blah, blah, blah. But you got Bud over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's the guy right now. That's the man right now. I just, it's difficult to talk about, you know, because it's so many great fights right now. We're in the renaissance of boxing. Is at its peak, it's at its top. People need to appreciate this time period. We don't know when we're going to have another time period like this. We don't even know it's going to be like this 5 or 6 years from now. So appreciate it right now, because anything can happen. This is life. This is chance. People have injuries, life-threatening injuries. Anything can happen. So appreciate the moment. Anyway, back to boxing. Terrence Crawford in the 4th and 5th round really started to initiate his jab more, dominate with his jab, making Jeff Horn think before he comes in, because Jeff Horn was just running in with the straight right hand. That's all he really was doing the whole night, trying to throw left hooks here and there, trying to throw uppercut here and there. But that jumping in style, that kangaroo type shit from Australia, Aussie, much respect to all the fans that came out too from Australia to show love for the fight. That was pretty cool. But other than that, man, Terrence Crawford is just a different level. The way he turns and he shifts and he rotates you where he wants you to be at, so he can let his combinations flow and go. And when he gets his rhythm going, he's almost like a fucking conductor in a band. Like, I mean, like a bandstand conductor. Like, the dude's just fucking doing his thing, man. It reminds me of Mayweather in his prime, when he had healthy hands and he could throw combinations. It really reminds, except off the southpaw stance. But then it's a lot of Marvin Hagler type of dominance. Let's get to the dominance. The dominance of the mentality to stay on top of your opponent and keep throwing, keep letting your hands go, shift at an angle, Not in a very athletic way, but just in a smart way where you just turn it just enough and then you let your hands go. That's what Terrence was doing. He was really putting it on him in the 8th round. I believe he dropped him in the 7th. I mean, yeah, in the 7th, I believe he got dropped. And then in the 9th, he picked it up and got him out of there. And who do you guys want to see him fight next? Because I was watching a press conference, and they were saying that they wanted Terrence Crawford to face Jeff Horn in a rematch of his people. So, of course, they want the money because now they know that Jeff Horn can sell with Terrence Crawford in Australia. But this is who they have as top welterweight. I'm pretty sure Doug Fisher's going to have to update this list and put Terrence Crawford at least in the top 3, if not number 1. Because I understand not putting him number 1 because he still needs to face another, top welterweight and knock him out in impressive fashion and get that big ranking like Keith Thurman has. So that's what we're dealing with right now. There's still no the vacant is still vacant with the championship. Who do you want to see Crawford fight next? Drop that in the comment section below. Let me know, who do you guys think that Crawford can, get some work with? Because it's going to be in October. Bob Ram said at the post-press conference, it's going to be in October. Do not miss it. Try to get your tickets. I'm trying to get my tickets. I missed this one. I know the tickets were decent to it. I shouldn't have missed this one at the MGM Grand, but I'm not going to miss the next one in October. I'm not going to miss it. Great promotion by Top Rank. A lot of people say Top Rank wasn't promoting. He was doing better than what he has been doing for Bud. So, that's a plus. He can always do better. There's always room for improvement, Bob. Horn, he said he wasn't hurt, man. He was hurt when the ref told him, "Can you continue?" He's like, yeah. He looked so sad. When you look sad in the face and you just look defeated, like your soul is about to leave your body, like, the ref did a good job. Robert was in the way a lot of the time. He still should have let them fight a little bit more on the inside, but I understand he was preventing headbutts and cuts and shit, so I respect it. Even though they had to get stitched up pretty good, Jeff Horn. But another thing, Terrence did not let him lead with his head. Every time he did, he was grabbing him, putting him in hell. See, Terrence Crawford used to wrestle. I want to throw that out there real fast. Terrence Crawford used to be a wrestler, I believe even before he was a boxer, or at the same time he was wrestling and boxing. And he knows wrestling moves. So if you try to be overly aggressive, try to do too much, he's going to fucking throw you around like a rag doll. And tonight you saw that, yeah, Horn was quote-unquote the bigger man because of that thick, chunky muscle that he had. And he was a good 160 tonight. So that lets you know Terrence Crawford can throw around a middle. He can straight throw around a big welterweight that walks around pretty much as a middleweight. So that's pretty impressive in its own self. So, yeah, man, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This was a great fight. Shout out to all the Australians that came out. We want boxing support from all over the world because that's what will grow the sport and make it even better and at a higher platform. So, yeah, I get back to more boxing news analysis and updates. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit that bell icon on the right-hand side of the subscribe button. Peace.